Hello, everybody. Movie Watcher 123 here, and for today's live stream, we are going to be talking about the best and worst shows from one of my favorite channels, Disney Channel. That's right. We're going to be talking about the best and worst shows from Disney Channel. Once my friends join in, we'll get started. Once I wait for someone to join in, I'm going to put down the first show. Let me see here. Here's the first show we're going to talk about. Kiff. That's right. Kiff. Now, this show is about set in Tabletown, an urbanized mountainous island cohabited by magical creatures and animals. The series centers around the adventures of Kiff, a young, optimistic squirrel whose best intentions often lead to complete chaos, and her best friend Barry, a sweet and mellow bunny, as they take the island by storm with their endless adventures and zest for life, with lessons about the importance of acceptance, friendship, selflessness, self-worth, responsibility, sincerity, notoriety, and maturity along the way. I've heard about this show, and I think I've only seen one episode of Kiff, and she's very funny. Although sometimes she can get herself in awkward situations. But hey, at least she's got Barry by her side. Barry Buns, to be exact. He's a bunny. So, Kiff is a good show. And in June of this year, this show was renewed for a second season. And this show started on March 10th, 2023. That was like 4 months ago. So I give this show a 10 out of 10. It's a good show. You should see it. All right. Next one. Let me put it down. All right. Here's the next one. The Ghost and Molly McGee. Now, this is one of the best shows ever. Here's the info. In the human realm, 13-year-old optimist Molly McGee arrives in her new hometown of Brighton, only to discover that her new house is already occupied by a grumpy ghost named Scratch. Scratch curses Molly in an attempt to scare her away. However, this backfires forever, binding him to her. After a rocky introduction to Molly's family, Scratch and Molly form a tentative friendship. Shortly thereafter, in the ghost realm, the level of misery in Brighton decreases slightly. The Ghost Council's chairman notices this. While initially antagonistic toward her, Scratch opens up to Molly with time and their friendship strengthens. In the second season, Scratch is named the new chairman of the Ghost Council, while a new ghost hunting family, the Chens, move, moves in across from the McGees, and they have to keep the existence of ghosts a secret from them while trying to maintain their friendship. So, yes, Molly moves into a new house in Brighton, but there was a ghost there, Scratch. Unfortunately, he tried to commit a spell on her, but it backfires, and now they're entitled to become best friends forever. I mean, wow. I knew it. Although I haven't seen the first episode after this show first aired, but I've seen others. There are a lot of characters in this show. Molly McGee, Scratch, Pete McGee, her dad, Sharon McGee, her mom, Daryl McGee, her mischievous younger brother, Libby, her Molly's best friend, and others. For example, Andrea Davenport. Wow. At first, she was her enemy, but now they became friends. So I give this show a 10 out of 10. Good show. You should see it. Okay. Let me see here. All right. Next one. Big City Greens. Now, in this show, after losing his farm in the country town of Smalton, Bill Green and his two children, Cricket and Tilly, move in with his mother, Alice Green, Grandma, who lives on a small farm in the middle of a city known as Big City. By the second half of season 3, Bill moves his family back to Smalton after regaining his farm with Cricket's friend Remy coming along for the ride. Yeah, Cricket is the main character, I think, in this show. This show premiered on Disney Channel on June 18th, 2018. That was 3 years ago. It's created by the Houghton brothers. Wow. It's a good show. Cricket is a 10-year-old troublemaking country boy who is always barefoot, meaning that he doesn't wear shoes. He was fascinated by every discovery he would make in Big City. He got a job in Big Coffee in the episode Critter Ball Crisis until it closed and chipwrecked. Later, he worked as a delivery boy at the Gloria plus Green Cafe in the early episodes of season 3 until his family moved back to Smalton in The Move. His middle name is revealed to be Ernest after his late paternal grandfather in Bleat. Whoa. Yeah, Cricket doesn't wear shoes at all. Always goes around town barefoot. Huh. So I give this show 10 out of 10. Yep, 10 out of 10. Okay, let me see here. What episode to put next? Oh, I mean, what show to put next? Pardon me. Let me see here. All right, let me see. All right. Next one, Hamster and Gretel. In this show, a 16-year-old boy named Kevin must work with his sister Gretel when she and her pet hamster are given superpowers by aliens and become a superhero duo dedicated to protecting their city. This show was created by Dan Povenmire, who also created the show Phineas and Ferb. Hamster and Gretel is one of my favorite shows. I even saw the one when which one was it? When they were trying to save family dinner night. I wonder what they were making though. This has Gretel being voiced by Melly Povenmire. And oh, hang on a sec. Ah, the Owl House. Is it? It is a good show. Yeah, Disney was wrong to cancel it. It's a good show. I don't understand why. I wish they kept it going. Anyway, Hamster and Gretel is one of my favorite shows. It premiered on, let me see here, August 12th, 2022. That's why I have the picture of Gretel in her superhero form. So I give this show a 10 out of 10. Okay, let me see here. What to put next? Let me see what to put. Oh, I know what to put next. Give me a moment. Here's the next one. The Owl House. Now, this series centers on Luz Nocita, a 14-year-old Dominican American human girl who accidentally stumbles upon a portal to the demon realm. She arrives at the Boiling Isles, an archipelago formed from the remains of a dead titan, and befriends the rebellious witch Ida Clawthorne, also known as the Owl Lady, and her adorable demon housemate King. Despite not having magical abilities, Luce pursues her dream of becoming a witch by serving as Ida's apprentice at the Owl House, and ultimately finds a new family in an unlikely setting. In the second season, Luce attempts to return to the human realm. Ida tries to confront her curse, and King searches for the truth about his past while contending with the Boiling Isles ruler Emperor Bellows, who is preparing for the mysterious Day of Unity. In the finale specials, Luce and her friends journey to save the Boiling Isles from Bellows and the Chaotic Collector. Yeah. Now, not to brag or anything, but the Owl House has been praised for featuring several characters who are LGBTQ+. In particular, the romance between the characters of Luce Noceda and Amity Blight. Wow. I have no idea. So, yeah, I give this show a 10 out of 10. Yep, 10 out of 10. I don't understand why this show got canceled. It's just wrong. Okay, let me see what to put next. Now, here's a show you might be familiar with. Brandy and Mr Whiskers. Now, a pampered dog, Brandy, and an easily excited rabbit, Mr Whiskers, face a new life of challenges together when they fall out of an airplane and become stranded in the Amazon forest, most likely of Brazil. They make new friends: Lola, the boa constrictor, toucan sisters Cheryl and Meryl, and Ed the otter. Stories follow the titular duo as they attempt to adapt to their new surroundings. So this all happened in the first episode of this show, Mr. Whiskers' new friend. Hang on a sec, let me see. Hang on a sec. Ah, yes. Mr. Whiskers' first friend, it was. Yeah, I don't understand why this show had to end after 39 episodes. It's a good show. I mean, I remember this all the time. I watch it every day when I come back from school. It's a good one. Okay, I give this show a 10 out of 10. It's a good one. Now, next one. Let me see here. Here's another one. The Buzz on Maggie. Now, the Buzz on Maggie follows Maggie Pesky, who's voiced by Jessica DeSico, and is an expressive 13-year-old fly, and her family parents Chauncey, voiced by Brian Doyle Murray, and Frida, voiced by Susan Tolsky, brothers Aldrin, voiced by David Kaufman, and Pupert, Thom, voiced by Thom Adcox, and her sister Bella, voiced by Tara Strong, who is still a maggot. The family. Oh, hang on a sec. Oh, hello. Hi. Okay, about the buzz on Maggie. Where was I? Oh, yes. The family resides in an old milk carton in a suburban fly metropolis called Sticky Feet, which is located in a dump, a city dump to be exact. Maggie has an ambitious and adventurous personality and aspires to become a rock star. Her approach to life often suffers unexpected. Hang on. I'm not often able to watch, but I'm here right now. Okay. Now, Maggie has an ambitious and adventurous personality and aspires to become a rock star. Her approach to life often suffers unexpected consequences that puts herself in jeopardy, as she often follows her own impulses, although they go against the rules of her parents' wishes. However, she ultimately learns her lesson, which was one of the core themes for the show's conception. Maggie attends a junior high school called Buzzdale Academy with her best friend Raina Carflight, voiced by Cree Summer, and nemesis Dawn Swantworthy, also voiced by Tara Strong. The school's staff include the sneaky Principal Pestrip, voiced by Jeff Bennett, pompous Mr. Bugspit, voiced by Curtis Armstrong, and gruff Mrs. Winston, voiced by Candy Milo. The buzz on Maggie uses a slapstick comedy style and relies slightly on gross-out humor. It also includes several insect aspects, such as flies' appetite for spoiled and rotten food. The show features various references to pop culture and common themes, such as sibling rivalry and peer pressure from a fly's point of view. Now, this show aired on June 17th, 2005, and ended on May 27th, 2006. It's a good show. You should see it. I sure miss it though. I wish they would show it again. Okay, give me a moment. All right. I'm going to put down the next show. Let me see here. All right. Here's the next show, Kim Possible. I remember this show very well. I used to watch it years ago. It's fun and entertaining. Okay. Kim Possible takes place primarily within the town of Middleton, USA, and focuses on the life and adventures of Kim Possible, an accomplished high school student who fights crime on a regular basis, assisted by her best friend and sidekick, Ron Stoppable, and Rufus, his pet naked mole rat. Ron's personal fears, insecurities, and clumsiness tend to jeopardize the success of their own missions. Kim and Ron are aided remotely by Wade, a 10-year-old computer genius who seldom leaves his bedroom and communicates with the duo via a device he invented himself known as a communicator. Together, the foursome is known as Team Possible. The majority of Kim's missions involve her traveling to various destinations around the world to rescue citizens from harm and fight a variety of villains, the most frequent of whom are Dr. Draken, a mad scientist constantly plotting world domination, and his superpowered sidekick, Shigo, who possesses the ability to generate powerful energy blasts and emit them from her hands, making her the heroine's most dangerous opponent. Not yet of age to drive herself to most of her missions, Kim often relies on favors from various people she has assisted in the past for transportation. Attending Middleton High School alongside Ron, her best female friend Monique, and rival classmate Bonnie Rockwaller, Kim lives with her family, Father James, a rocket scientist, and Anne, a brain surgeon, as well as her younger brothers, identical twins Jim and Tim, both of whom possess genius-level intellect. Fully aware of their daughter's occupation, Kim's parents remain completely supportive of her crime-fighting endeavors, so long as she continues to obey curfew, but tend to be more so concerned about the character's performance in school, as well as her love life. Lacking a secret identity, Kim is world famous and her profession is constantly acknowledged by both her classmates and teachers. Kim Possible also explores the highs and lows of Kim's life as a high school student attempting to navigate dating, captaining her high school's cheerleading squad, academics, sports, homework, exams, and eventually learning to drive. All the while striving to maintain a healthy work-life balance. Fighting crime typically comes to Kim more naturally than the more standard components of adolescence, and so on and so forth. So yes, she's a crime fighter, but Ron needs to get his act together. I mean, come on. Okay, I give this show 10 out of 10. Okay. Let me see here what to put next. I think I know the perfect one to put. Let me see. Next one. Good Luck Charlie. Now, set in Denver, Colorado, the series follows the Duncan family who are still adjusting to the birth of their fourth child, Charlotte Charlie Duncan, voiced by Mia Tallarico, when parents Amy, voiced by Lee Allen Baker, nurse, and Bob, played by Eric Allen Kramer, an exterminator return to work. They ask their three older children, PJ, played by Jason Dolly, Teddy, played by Bridget Mendler, and Gabe, played by Bradley Stephen Perry, to help raise their little sister. At the same time, Teddy, PJ, and Gabe try to deal with school and general social challenges in their lives. The events in each episode become material for a video diary that Teddy is making for Charlie. Teddy hopes the videos will provide useful advice for Charlie after they have both grown up and Teddy has moved out. At the end of each video, she and or other cast members says, "Good luck, Charlie," or may even say it indirectly, such as "Wish them good luck, Charlie," or may even say it indirectly, such as "Good luck, Charlie." During the movie, Amy reveals to Teddy that she is pregnant with her fifth child, but this story plot is not brought into the series until the third season, during which Amy gives birth to a baby boy, Toby. Each episode ends after the video diary with an event that is weird and usually cannot happen in real life. So this is one of my favorite shows. Good luck, Charlie. It's a good one. My favorite episode, most of all, is Teddy on Ice. When Charlie gets in trouble at school for saying a bad word. I don't know what she said, but it's funny. So I give this show a 10 out of 10. How would you rate Good Luck Charlie? Let me know. While you're doing that, I'm going to put down the next show. Let me see here. I've provided the link, so join in when you're ready. All right. Next one, Phineas and Ferb. Yeah, I like this show. It's a good one. The show follows the adventures of stepbrothers Phineas Flynn and Ferb Fletcher, who are between 8 and 10 years old. They live in the fictional city of Danville in an unspecified tri-state area as they seek ways to occupy their time during their 104 days of summer vacation. Often these adventures involve elaborate, life-sized, and ostensibly dangerous construction projects, which are usually unrealistic in scale given the protagonist's ages and are sometimes physically impossible. Phineas's older sister, Candace Flynn, has two obsessions: unveil Phineas and Ferb's schemes and ideas, and winning the attention of a boy named Jeremy. The subplot almost always features Phineas and Ferb's pet platypus Perry, who works as a secret agent identified as Agent P for an all-animal government organization named OWCA, which is Organization Without a Cool Acronym. His regular objective is to defeat the latest scheme of Dr. Heinz Doofenshmirtz, a mad scientist driven largely by a need to assert his evilness, who is often defeated by his own ineptitude. The two plots intersect at the end to erase all traces of the boys' project just before Candace can show it to their mother, which usually leaves Candace very frustrated. So yeah, Candace always tries to bust Phineas and Ferb, and she never did. And that really pissed her off. So I give this show a 10 out of 10. Yeah, and this show premiered on August 17th, 2007. Yeah, I sure missed this show. This show is created by Dan Povenmire and Jeff Swampy Marsh. Now, there's this one girl who has a crush on Phineas, and that is Isabella. That's right, Isabella Garcia Shapiro. She's always asking Phineas, "What you doing?" in almost every episode of this show. She's the girl who has a crush on Phineas. I wonder why. Now, let me see here. Hang on a sec. Phineas and Ferb are the main Candace. Let me see. Perry the Platypus, Dr. Heinz Superswords. Only to name are the main characters in this show. Phineas is Phineas is voiced by Vincent Martella. Ferb is voiced by Thomas Brody Sangster from 2007 to 2015, and voiced by David Arrigo Jr. from 2018, and so on. Candace Flynn, Ashley Tisdale. Let me see here. And so on. Isabella Garcia Shapiro, who is voiced by Allison Stoner, is a Jewish Mexican American girl. She is one of the brothers' best friends and has an obvious crush on Phineas Flynn, of which he is unaware, though he has shown he cares for her from time to time. Her first appearance is in the pilot episode. She is known for the catchphrase, "What you doing?" which she doesn't like when other people besides Phineas say, and is the leader of the Fireside Girls, Troop 46231. The troop often helps Phineas and Ferb in their projects. She is named after series creator Dan Povenmire's oldest daughter. So yeah, this is a good show. I think it's one of the shows that got canceled. So let me see. So I give this show 10 out of 10. Let me see here. Next show, Fish Hooks. The series revolves around a fun personified fish named Milo, his nervous brother Oscar, and their overly dramatic best friend B. Goldfishberg, with whom Oscar is infatuated. They attend a school known as Freshwater High, submerged in an aquarium in a pet store named Bud's Pets. The series chronicles their daily lives as they deal with typical teen problems, such as romance and homework, as well as havoc conjured with other animals in the pet store. This show came from September 3rd, 2010 to 2014. Wow, it's been that long. Milo and Oscar are brothers in this show. Yep. So this show is a good one, and I give it a 10 out of 10. No doubt about it. Yeah, there are lots of characters in this show. Oscar, Milo, B, Chelsea, Clemantha, Albert Glass, Jumbo Shrimp, Finberly, Esmargo, Coy, Joctopus, Piranha, Steve Jackson's, Mr. Baldwin, Principal Stickler, Randall, Randy Pincherson, and so on. So yeah, this is a good show. I recommend all of you to watch it. And I give it, like I said, 10 out of 10. All right. Let me see here. What to talk about next? Oh, here's another one. Here's another one. Miraculous Tales of Ladybug and Cat Noir. Now, the series focused on two Parisian teenagers, Marinette Dupenchang and Adrian Agreste, who transform into the superheroes Ladybug and Cat Noir, respectively, to protect the city from supervillains. Prior to its debut in France on October 19th, 2015 on TFI's, no, excuse me, TF1's TFOU block. The series was first shown in South Korea on September 1st, 2015 on EBS One. And in the United States, the series originally debuted on Nickelodeon on December 6, 2015, before the show was removed from the network's schedule in 2016. In 2019, the series was officially picked up by Disney Channel in the United States and began airing since then. Internationally, it is mainly broadcast on Disney-owned channels or on Disney Plus, with exceptions in some countries. The series takes place in modern-day Paris and revolves around the adventures of two teenagers, Marinette Dupenchang and Adrien Agreste. When evil arises, they transform into the superhero personas, Ladybug and Cat Noir, respectively, using magical jewels known as miraculouses, which are powered by small animal-themed cosmic beings called kwamis, theirs being named Tiki and Plague, respectively. All the while, Marinette and Adrian struggled with their feelings for each other, not knowing each other's secret identities. Marinette is in love with Adrian, but not Cat Noir, while Adrian is in love with Ladybug, but not Marinette. Now, their main enemy is Gabriel Agreste, Adrian's father, as the supervillain Hawkmoth. He attempts to claim Ladybug and Cat Noir's miraculous jewels using butterfly using the jewels. Using the butterfly miraculous, he creates Akumas, butterflies infused with negative energy to akumatize Paris, everyday citizens, turning them into supervillains when they experience negative emotions. He intends to use the jewels to wish his wife Emily back to life after she had fallen into a coma from using the damaged Peacock Miraculous before the events of the series. He is sometimes aided by his assistant Natalie Sancour, who, using Emily's jewel as the supervillain, Mayura uses feathers called Amox to create Sentimonsters, magical life forms with a seemingly endless variety of forms and abilities. And so on and so forth. So, yeah, this is one of the best shows ever. The absolute best. So I give it a 10 out of 10. Yep. I give this show a 10 out of 10. Okay. Let me see here. What to talk about next? Let me see here. All right. Let me see here. What to talk about next? All right. Next one Haley's on it. The series, set in Oceanside, California, follows Haley Banks, a 14-year-old girl who dislikes taking risks. Her life gets turned upside down during her New Year's celebration when she is invited by a scientist who hails from the future. The scientists tell her that a document she writes and completes will be so important that it will bring about a chain of events in which she will invent a device that will be used to save the entire planet by reversing global warming. Now Haley must overcome her fears, complete impossible and impractical tasks, and face her feelings towards Scott, her best friend. However, some of her accomplishments will be threatened by chaos bots, small robots from the future sent by a mysterious villain who wants to prevent her from finishing her list and saving the world. This show aired on June 8th this year. Apparently, this show came out last month. Okay. Although I haven't seen it, it's a good show, but I give it a 10 out of 10 anyway. Now, let me see here. What to talk about next? All right. Next show, Ghost Force. In New York City, three middle school kids working as a team of superheroes known as the Ghost Force who must protect the city from the ghosts, which are invisible to the human eye. These ghosts use fright as fuel to increase their power and ability to affect the world around them. The ghosts have a basic form and a booster form which can be obtained when they merge with specific items. When a ghost is defeated, the ghost force use techno-ghost containers to contain them. Once the ghost is contained, the damages they did are undone. Wow. That is just amazing. They're like the Ghostbusters, but except they don't have proton packs. And they don't have an Ecto one, but they do catch ghosts. It's a good show. Wow. Yeah, I wish I can be just like them. So, yeah. I've seen Ghost Force and it's a good show. I give it a 10 out of 10. Okay, this has been a wonderful live stream. I don't understand why nobody joined, but in the meantime, I hope that you all have a good day, and I will see you in the next stream. Until then, I'm going to come up with another live stream to make, so I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.